Hello there, fellow modellers. Steve here. Right, about Telford. Excellent. I really enjoyed it, considering it's the first time I've ever been. But it was just a fantastic model show, and there was everything there. Different genres, aircraft, tanks, figures, ships. There was even sci-fi there. It was everything. I really enjoyed it from from the time I got there to the time I left. The layout was just fantastic. 3 great big halls, was a massive place, and everything was there. The only thing I didn't get was probably a booklet for the layout, because I just moved about, and due to that, by watching, I think it was Chris and Alex's either first or second videos, I missed the table with all the Dakotas on, because I would have liked to have seen that. And also I missed, there was a scene from the film The Final Countdown with the 2 Tomcats and the Zeros, and I would have liked to have seen that as well. And I also didn't go in the competition room, which was on Chance of North Wales last video, and there were some very good ones in there. But like everybody says, if you haven't been there before, it takes 2 days to get round the place. But I took in as much as I could, and like I say, and enjoyed it. I enjoyed meeting everybody there. Chance of North Wales, Chris and Alex, who else was there? Gideon Hop from Germany, which I've subscribed to him, but I liked, I mentioned that he made a model of the Graf Spee, and he said thank you very much, which was fantastic. Who else was there? James Deere, I met him. Who else? Chris and Alex. A few other people that I've never met before, but they were there. And Lenny Model Pro 72 was supposed to come, but maybe he had other commitments. But I would have liked to have met him, along with Ian, UK Scale Modeller. But from what he's put on his, he replied to somebody else's that he was decorating at the time, because he's just moved house. But maybe they'll be there next year, because I fancy going again, and I'll obviously have a better idea of how to get about it. Right, what next? People I met, well, obviously, I even met people that I'd never met before. I was talking to a guy from New Jersey, over in the States. He actually tapped us on the back, and he mentioned he'd seen the bloodshed on the back of me jacket, and he said in me American accent, "You'll be welcome in a Chinese restaurant." And we got talking, and we moved along a bit, and there just happened to be on that table, this table had them in domes, because on me photos you can see the lights shining on, which is spoils the photo a bit, but you can still see it. There was either, I think it was either a 1/42 or a 1/32 P40 in American Volunteer Group mark-ons, and we discussed that, and it turns out that he'd actually met 2 or 3 of the original Flying Tigers, which was fantastic talking to him about it. And he showed us some of the models that he's doing. He's doing Sky Raiders at the moment on his phone, and he loves building Spitfires. He's got a few of them, so we had a good natter on there. I wished him well. I don't know whether he was there for the day or the weekend, but that was good. And there was also a lot of Germans there on the foreign table. There was also 2 lads that stopped in the same bed and breakfast as me. One was from Germany, Sven, and another was Ian from Manchester. Now, I stood in the queue with Sven because Ian was an IPMS member and he got in for nothing. He went the other way, and we were just talking, and he actually had a model to display on the table. But I tried to find him, but I never seen it. It was an SU-7 in Indian Air Force mark-ons, so I would have liked to have seen that. But by the by, now I think the best kit there, even though I didn't take a photo of it, was a section of the USS Missouri, and it was recreating an iconic photo when it was attacked by a kamikaze pilot, and it was about sort of this big, and the detail was just fantastic, even down to the little figures and the railings that went round the gun turrets. The weathering on it, on the It's not the foot. I don't think the funnel was on, but it's the control, like the tower, the radars is on next to the bridge. That was just fantastic. The detail on it. I think that was the best one that I liked in the show. I wish I'd got a photo of it. Maybe somebody else has got a photo of it. I don't know. What now? Kits and accessories that I bought. I bought a bit, and I had to drag them all back on the train again, but I wasn't bothered anyway. Right, so we'll go through what I bought. I got some model putty because I was low on that. This seems that I haven't actually opened it yet. Alright, Tamiya putty, basic type, because I'm low on putty at the moment. So I got some of that. I can't remember how much it was. And I also bought some of this Ultimate Wash Dark Dirt. There was a load of them there, sand, oil, but just to experiment with dark dirt. What else did I get? Some sand and sticks. I've never used these before, and they're a bit very bendy, because the ones I've got here, which is them, they're a bit rigid. I was glad I bought that, and I bought this, which was in the Airfix stand, which is a beer mat or a coaster, and it's got Eric Hartman's playing on, which I like. I've got a little one of them somewhere, but I've also got markings for 1/48 scale off. I forget what the website I bought them off. And I like that, so I'll put my cup on that downstairs. Kits. Now, I had a list of what kits I wanted, and I'm happy to say that I got all that I wanted, and I even bought something that I wasn't meant to buy, but I'll show you that later. Right, the first kit I bought was, this wasn't on my list, it was just something that I bought, but everything else is. It's a Matchbox General Dynamics F16AB Aero B Fighting Falcon. This will be quite an old kit. Matchbox seem to be in the thing at the moment. What with the community build, and that I got that for £6, which was quite, considering when it probably come out, it was probably about 75 pence. So I got that, and this, which is I like painting figures. I've did one figure and I've got another one, but this one sort of appealed to us because of something that was on the telly. This is an old Airfix one. It's the British 95th Rifleman 1815. Now I like that because it's sharp, Sean Bean. He's in the 95th Rifles with the green uniform, the chosen men. So I'll enjoy building that. And I would like to put, when I do finish it, the theme tune for Sharp on, but maybe there might be copyright there, but I don't know, I might do it anyway. But that's, I forget what scale is it again? I don't know. But I got that for £7, £6.99. And there was others there, the Lifeguards, what else, I can't remember them, but I've got somewhere in my stash, which is a British Hussar, which I like all the braid and the design, the old type uniforms. Right, and something else that I bought, because I'm building one at the moment, which is a book on the TSR2. Now there was a few models of the TSR2 there, and I've took photos of them, because Len, Chance of North Wales, hi there Len, liked your video, and your competition layout as well, and the review of your kits, because I've seen them before we went, but I was like watching them on the video again. He said there was a table full of TSR2s. Now I asked a guy if he could direct us to it, but he couldn't find it in the book, but maybe he'd got it mixed up. But I did take a photo of one that was in like a what if version, something like that, which is what I'm going to do for Edgar Modelin's what if group build. But I enjoy reading that because I think that's a beautiful aircraft. Now, kits. I've seen this, a 1/48 scale Tamiya Sea Harrier FRS1. Now I wanted one of these because when I was moving stuff around in the loft here, I had a small 1/72 scale Sea Harrier, and in putting it somewhere I accidentally kneeled on it and it just went. So it says, right, when I go to Telford, I'll have to see if I can get one. And I got this for 10 quid. And I think this is quite an old kit. It's got to be at least 30 years old. And it has the pre-Falklands livery, the blue and the white on the bottom. So I'll enjoy making that. The next one, now I was after a T34 in 1/35th scale, but I couldn't find one that was sort of in me price range. Then I fancied I'd get a Tiger, and I couldn't find one of them either. Or I did find one, but I couldn't find the stall or it was on. But I was looking at this and I seen this. I got this for 15 quid. It's a Panzer KP FW5 Panther Ossif D. That's me terrible German. But the only problem with this is it's got no markings in. So I'll have to look on the internet to see if I can find some similar markings. But it has 2 sets of tracks for some reason. So why they didn't just take the other track out and put the markings in, I don't know. But I'm quite sort of into armour at the moment. So I'll enjoy building this. And this one was what I got out of the bargain room. And I got this was for 15 quid. And it's a 1/48th scale C-47 Skytrain at the time of the Berlin airlift. But I'm not going to do it in that markings because I'm saving this because I'm going to start a Dakota group build next year. Because next year is the 80th anniversary of the DC-3's maiden flight, and I'm going to do them in the markings of something else, something from a television series that featured a Dakota. And this will be a big one, this. So hopefully that'll look good. And that's a really big aircraft. And I think Chris of Chris and Alex Modelling, hi Chris, he's got one exactly the same. Now this is something that I didn't go to Telford planning on buying, but I seen the stand and I thought I was planning on investing in one in the near future, and it's this baby, a compressor with an airbrush. So I'm gonna get into airbrushing now. Now I haven't used it yet or done anything with it. You got the compressor, there was two sets of airbrushes, different leads and different bottles, and it'll be interesting to see how I can go with this because it's obviously got a better effect than using a paintbrush. So that'll be interesting. Now I know Charlie Scale Modelling, he's just got one of these, and I've never actually seen his video. He built a Mirage when he sprayed it with the airbrush, so I'll have to look at that. But the guy that sells it was a guy called Martin something. He's obviously, you go on his website and download the whole instruction manual. So that'll be interesting to have a go of that, but I didn't, and I was actually dragging this on the train. So that's my acquisitions at Telford. And before I forget, what came today at work was a present from Tactical Jackalope. Hi there Andy. A Spitfire Mark II here for the 1000 subscribers. I'd like to thank very much for that. It's very much appreciated. All the way from the Lone Star State. I don't know when I'll build this, but hopefully I'll do it with the airbrush, with the Dakota as well. Because when I was talking, I met Chris and Alex and Chris's dad, and he was saying that you definitely need an airbrush for the big things. You can't do it with a paintbrush. So thanks very much for that, Andy. If you don't watch this video, I'll send you a personal message just to say thanks that it's actually got here. So that's my acquisitions. And what's the time now? Oh, 8:10. So, that was it. I really enjoyed the weekend. Well, no, the day at Telford. And I just managed to get me 7:30 train at Birmingham. Because there was a bit of a delay between Telford and Birmingham New Street. It was a broken train. And the train was delayed for about half an hour. So I just had about 5 or 6 minutes waiting time to get from the Telford train to the Newcastle train, and I just managed it. Otherwise I would have pulled out, and God knows what would have happened then. I probably would have had to keep in the station, because I don't think there was any more running, or it was a case of getting off at some station, connecting to another, and that would have been just, oh. And as soon as I got on the train, there was a lass sitting behind us, and I says, "Is this the train to Newcastle?" She says, "Oh yes." So I just sat down and went, ah. And the only drawback was there was no food trolley on, and I was absolutely starving. Not even any coffee. So I just had some juice that I had, and I had a chocolate bar, and that was it. So when I got off, when I was pulling into Newcastle, I got off, straight on the bus, straight in the house, and my wife says, "Oh, did you enjoy it?" I says, yes, I'm going to make something to eat because I'm starving. And I just famished off a couple of sandwiches and went to bed, but obviously I had to get up for work the next morning, but I won't go into that because it's all boring. Right, so that's my video for Telford, so I'll have to get it done, uploaded tomorrow, because I've got a day off tomorrow, and hopefully I'll get me photos uploaded as well, and you can all have a look at them. And I've enjoyed looking at everybody else's photos, and there was even photos of the line of us together. I think it was Mark O'Neill's. That was the other guy I met you as well. You can't remember all these people, but it was good meeting you all. I enjoyed it. Right, so that's me done for today. So back to happy modelling, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye now.